the Greene County School Board to order at 6 p.m. Is there a motion to reconvene in open session?
I move that the board reconvene in open session.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Who says aye as well? Now we'll certify by roll call vote that to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements and identified in the motion to convene the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered. Mr. Mastrovich?
Yeah. I certify.
Ms. Roach?
I certify.
Ms. Alberts?
I certify.
I wanted to go a different order. And the chair certifies as well. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Please second.
Second.
Any discussion about the agenda? Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. All right, we will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then we'll have a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we did not have any closed meeting action. So we'll move on to the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda items 11-2030 through 11-2044 and 11-2046 as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion on those consent agenda items?
No.
Great. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. Do we have another one?
I move to approve the consent agenda item 11-2040-2045 as presented.
All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
A roll call vote.
No, discussion first.
Do you want to do, we discuss it first or do you want to do that?
Sure.
The vote.
I would like to make a statement before we start tonight. As some of you have noticed, at the beginning of our meetings, we conduct a roll call vote to approve staff, and I've been voting no or nay. I want to provide clarity and inform the community, and most importantly, our staff, as to why I am voting this way. As board members, our primary role is to employ the superintendent and to hold them accountable. When we are asked to vote on staff approvals, we are given very little information on the candidates. We do not review applications, nor do we have a voice in who receives a school contract. The decision is ultimately made by the superintendent. That final step in the current process asks board members to essentially rubber stamp our names on these hires without knowing their qualifications or backgrounds. I simply do not feel comfortable signing my name to a process where I have no actual oversight. I apologize if my intentions have been taken out of context. It was never my intent to hurt anyone, nor does it mean that I disagree with every individual hire. In fact, I didn't even approve my own husband's contract. To look at the broader picture, we have recently hired someone who was fired from their previous position. We have also hired several teachers on provisional contracts who do not yet hold teaching certificates, some of whom are placed in classrooms that do not align with their degree of study. The point I'm trying to make is that I will not simply rubber stamp my decisions. My position on this matter is firm, and I will not be swayed. Moving forward, I will continue to vote no on staff approvals. I hope this provides the community and our staff with a clear understanding of my perspective. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I would be happy to discuss this further with you. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
We appreciate you making the statement very much.
Yeah, I think that was important just because it was something that was happening, but we all have had conversations, but that hasn't been done publicly. As board members, this is a part of the role that we have, is to review the staff to be approved list. And, my perspective is different than Becky's, and that's okay to be two different board members with two different perspectives. I see it as an administrative task of the school system, and we're not in charge of that part. So I don't know if anything else.
No, I agree with you on that. It's not our job to do the hiring. So we hired a person and we evaluate a person, and I put my trust in her doing her job right.
All right. So for the last motion, we had a second. So all those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed?
Nay.
Right. Fun. At this time, the board will hear public comment on any matters not listed below on the agenda. Please state your name and limit your comments to 3 minutes. If your thoughts go over 3 minutes, please email the board. Email addresses may be found on our website. Your comments shall address the entire board as opposed to any particular individuals. This is your opportunity to provide input to the board. It is not meant to be a dialogue with the board. If you have specific questions that you would like answered, please put them in writing along with your name and phone number and submit them to the school board clerk. The appropriate person will follow up with you in a timely manner. And we do have one, which is exciting, Miss Cynthia Ward. We don't always get public comment, so.
Well, good morning or good evening. How are you guys? I am a parent and a resident here in Greene County, and I just wanted to first off just thank all the staff and members of the school who do such a wonderful job of ensuring all our students, regardless of their race, background, or immigration status, to feel safe and welcome at school. Recent Virginia law requires school boards to pass an immigration and custom enforcement policy by December 31st. The bill protects students and ensures all students feel safe and welcome at school. Concerned parents, teachers, and coaches have contacted me with concerns that they're given little direction on what to do if ICE or custom or border control agents show up on school grounds. I strongly encourage Greene County school districts to immediately adopt the NEA recommended safe zone policy, as hundreds of school districts across the country have already done. The safe zone policy outlines what educators, staff, bus driver, coaches, and other personnel should do if ICE agents attempt to engage in immigration enforcement at school. The safe zone policies make it clear that our school district is a welcoming place for all students, a place they can learn without fear, prohibits the collection of student immigration information by ICE agents, and direct educators to contact the school superintendent in the event that ICE or custom border control agents attempt to enter the school with or without a warrant. If they do come with a judicial warrant, that needs to be followed. But if it's an if it's an administrative warrant, the superintendent should decline to follow it and bring that evidence in front of a judge to challenge the administrative warrant. I'd ask the board to adopt the safe zone policy to keep the school learning environment safe for all students. I've emailed you all copies of the resolution and the policy. I have extra copies if you would like them. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you give me this option, should I?
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else want to speak that wasn't on the list? You all are employees here, so probably not. All right. We will move on to, we'll close public comment and move on to Dr. Purcell presenting action item May policy update. Right.
Wonderful.
Feels like forever ago, doesn't it? Yeah. So good evening, members of the board, Dr. Whitmarsh, and members of the community. As you stated, I'm here tonight for an action item on the May 2026 policy updates that were presented to you 2 months ago in June. Other than the correction that Mr. Masterovich pointed out on page 56.
Sorry.
There were no other, that'll be
You know I
changed
read
when that'll be changed when the time comes. There have not been any changes to the policies as presented, so therefore my recommendation is to approve the policies as presented in June. Happy to answer any questions.
All right, well, do we have a motion?
I move to approve action item 11-2047 May policy updates as presented.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Any further discussion?
Thank you again for your work on this. I wouldn't want to do it.
All right, all those in
Oh, yes, very soon.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. Great. We're just cruising along, guys.
Yay.
All right, Ms. Paraguay will present action item BPSA Technology Grant.
All right. Good evening, Dr. Whitmarsh, members of the board. As you just mentioned, I am here to present on the action item for the VPSA Technology Grant. There have been no changes since the presentation in June, and I would recommend that the board hopefully approve the process for us to continue utilizing this grant.
Want to leave money on the table, right?
Definitely not.
No. Anybody?
All good.
Is there a motion?
Yes. I move to approve action item 11-2048 BPSA Technology Grant as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. I'm still scrolling through the policies right now.
Thank you.
All right, great. We're moving on.
Thumbing through
Yeah,
124 pages.
yes. And see, now I present the next thing. So we are going to present the school board's priorities that we worked on in our retreat, just gently modified from previous years. And so I'm going to read it just for the sake of it's short and brief, and it's important. So our priorities for 2026-2027 is to support the implementation of Impact 2027, including our core values of culture of excellence, safe, supportive, and caring schools, exceptional workforce, connections and partnerships with our community, and resource stewardship. And that one's pretty consistent. The next one is a little bit more revised, and that is to advocate for competitive compensation and benefits for all staff with the Board of Supervisors, the funding body. And this one the board felt was really important, given the budget season this past year was more challenging. We didn't get all the money that we requested. And so we really want to be proactive with working with the Board of Supervisors this year to ensure that the school system is able to operate the way it needs to and to fulfill that first bullet. And so having appropriate funds is essential for that. And last is to encourage, support, recruit, and retain the most highly qualified educators, leaders, and support staff. Good. Wonderful. I invite any board members if they want to add anything to our priorities or comments about our priorities.
No, but we have a typo on that one.
Oh.
Encourage and support.
I think it was meant to be encouraging support, recruitment. That we're encouraging the support to happen.
So it should be
I read that
encouraging.
twice as well.
Okay.
Besides our typo possibilities, any other stuff. Okay.
All right, ELA.
I just think that last one is very important. So, I mean, it speaks for itself, but I think that's, it's a big part of wanting to support and retention and all the things. So, yeah. At this time, we'll hear any public comment for the Greene County School Board priorities, should there be any. All right.
We'll close that comments section. Do we have a motion to approve this priorities?
I make a motion to approve information action item 11-2049 Greene County School Board priorities as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion beyond what we just had? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. Dr. Purcell will present information / action item 11-2050 annual compliance with standards of quality report.
Yeah. Good evening once again. So this one is an annual report that comes out. Unfortunately, it doesn't ever come out in time for us to do it for information, then action. It's always due right away. So it's a certification that the division completes and also requires school board approval. The certification from the board is confirming that the school board has met the standards set by the code and that those 8 standards, are included in your packet. It's this 2-page document that you have in your packet there. And so my recommendation this evening is to approve the annual certification as presented, that our school division has met the standards of quality set by the Code of Virginia.
Great. I'm going to ask if there's any public comment for annual compliance with standards of quality report. Okay. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the information action item 11-2050 annual compliance with standards of quality report as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Chair says aye as well. Thank you, Dr. Purcell. Dr. Whitmarsh will present information / action item 11-2051, the fiscal year 27 budget update. We've had many budget updates. And maybe this is the last one? No.
It kind of feels like it never ends, to be really honest. Yes.
And we start.
This is the last one, I hope, for FY27, but when we come to the end of the year, it's very likely that the money we actually receive will be different than what we anticipated. So as you know, the state didn't approve the FY27 budget till just before it started. And so that wasn't done in time for our June meeting, but we do have updated information that I'd like to share with you tonight. So what you can see, we have an increase in we see there is an increase in funding of $704,000. Again, still based on the ADM of 2728 with the same LCI of 0.3703. So our state funding has gone up. You see each of the categories there. Local revenue, if we go back to how things went with the Board of Supervisors, they kept local revenue the same. So we kept it the same there. Federal revenue the same. State revenue has gone up, and other revenue, building rents, reimbursements, grants, those kinds of things also remain the same. The other difference is in light of the situation that we're dealing with the locality and not receiving additional funds, and therefore it's coming out of our capital fund, or what was our capital fund is now a school reserve fund. I think my recommendation would be to lower the amount coming out of that rather than repurposing those funds in some other way. So I'll show you a little bit more what that's not quite fitting on the screen, but the update is $52,860,787. With the change in the budget, kind of the last minute surprise, if you will, the state approved a 4% compensation increase. We know that when the state approves, that doesn't mean they're giving us all the money. We have to kick in some, but they did increase $320,000 for a total of $645.83 toward compensation. We already budgeted for 3%. So my recommendation tonight would be to add the additional $304,000 for a 4% compensation increase for all employees you can see what that looks like. Again, broken down by category for a total budget of $52,860,787, and that would include a 4% raise for our staff. So that is my recommendation, to approve the budget in that amount and to approve an additional 1% compensation increase for all GCPS employees. The way that what that will look like is tonight, after you take action, if it passes, then we will work on creating contract addendums to go out to all employees. They won't go out tomorrow, but within the next couple weeks. So they'll get a contract addendum stating their new salary, and they will start receiving that with their FY27 pay. I know very much it will be appreciated by staff, and I know this board believes in doing everything they can for compensation of employees. So I welcome any questions.
I just thank you and your staff again for working so hard to get a little bit more compensation like we wanted. And I just wanted to take a moment to say again in public that I'm very disappointed and disheartened that we were forced to take money out of the capital fund for elementary school or schools that we will need in the near future. So, a loss of, now it's 1.7 out of that. Is that right? That we lost out of that, and the renaming and recategories. I can't speak tonight. What did they do? They changed.
They called, instead of calling it a capital fund, they're now calling it a.
So it is just a name change. Okay, yes. But anyway, a name change so that the money could be used elsewhere. So, yep. Disappointed and disheartened. So, again, thank you and your staff for doing what you could for our staff.
At this time, we will hear public comment for fiscal year 27 budget update, if there is any. All right, Ms. Roach will read a statement.
I have a personal interest in the school board's budget by virtue of my husband's employment by the school board and the salary scales included in the budget. However, as a spouse of a teacher at Greene County Public Schools, I'm a member of a large group of individuals in the community who are affected by the school board's budget, and I'm able to participate in discussions and votes on the budget fairly, objectively, and in the public interest.
I will accept the motion for fiscal year 27 budget update. Who wants to do it? Wow.
I move to approve the fiscal year 27 budget in the amount of $52,860,787 and to approve the additional 1% compensation increase for all GCPS employees.
I'll second.
Saw that as just everybody wanting to give someone a fair chance to be able to do a motion.
Yeah.
Not a hesitancy. Any other discussion?
Right. That's where my thing should have been. Sorry.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We have to do a roll call, so we're going to do that again. Ms. Rich?
Aye.
Ms. Alberts?
Aye.
Mr. Mastrovich?
Aye.
And the chair says aye as well. Thank you for keeping us in line. Dr. Whitmarsh will now present item 11-2052, the superintendent's update.
All right. Well, I will start with thanking you for your support of our employees. I know, again, it's greatly appreciated. And as we discussed at our retreat, the priorities, also the school board bylaws were discussed and reviewed, and those have been updated online as being reviewed on that date. That's regulation BCAR. Summer's a super busy time for our 12-month employees, and a smooth opening to the start of any school year is a testament to all the work that's put in to make it go well. So a huge thank you to all our staff. Many of who are sitting out here rather tired. You don't look tired, but I know you're probably tired. And so a huge thank you to all of you for getting our schools ready to open the doors for the 26-27 school year. We're 2 days in, and it's been a fantastic 2 days. Also, in the summer, we try to do when the buildings are not occupied on the daily, try to do lots of maintenance projects. So a huge thanks to Katie Burnell and our maintenance team and our custodians for getting our schools ready. Our buildings, we had lots of projects that happened this summer. I'll mention a few. Lots of painting has been done. The track was resurfaced. This wasn't a complete redo. It buys us about 5 years before it has to be totally redone. Gym floors were done at the middle school and high school. We had a roof replacement at Nathaniel Greene, as well as at the primary school, as well as some air handlers. Roof work was also done at the middle school and at the high school. New asphalt by maintenance and entering the stadium. On the visitor side, we had cameras upgraded. I mean, just any number of things, as well as good cleaning. And now we have shiny floors. So yeah, a lot of work has gone in this summer. So much appreciation. All school and division crisis plans have been reviewed, updated, and shared with staff as we started the year. We contracted with Wolpert to study our enrollment and student yield analysis from new housing here in Greene. As you know, we have many, many new housing developments that will bring us lots of new students, as has already started, and they will be joining us virtually at next month's meeting to share the results with the board. So that'll be on our agenda next week. We're also closely monitoring our student enrollment at the start of this year. I did receive an update that our board at the retreat passed a resolution in support of asking the Board of Supervisors to put the 1% sales tax referendum on the November ballot. So the Board of Supervisors passed that resolution. It went to a judge. The judge has signed off on that. So we expect that the clerk will take care of that, but we expect it to be on the November ballot at this point. We have lots of celebrations, great things happening here in Greene. NHD in June, students from the middle school National History Day program went to the University of Maryland in College Park for this year's contest themed Revolution, Reaction, and Reform in History. We had Dragon historians Ben and Miles Franson, Mason Greer, Grantley Rawlings, and Olin Shrum's Willowbrook, The Last Great Disgrace group performance, and they won first place at the state level. At the national contest, our students competed against students from all over the U.S. and many international schools, so we're very proud of them. With summer residential governor's school, they offer high-achieving high school juniors and seniors an intensive residential experience in specialized areas, academic and career fields. There's a very competitive selection process, and students are chosen to spend up to 4 weeks on a college campus, engaging in advanced coursework, research, and collaborative learning with university faculty, industry professionals, and talented peers. We had 3 students this summer. Abigail Shears went for visual and performing arts at Radford University, Sarah Stuber, humanities at Radford University, and Ella Updike for agriculture at Virginia Tech. Very exciting. Also, Governor's School, we had 5 middle school student artists who were competitively selected to attend the Summer Regional Governor's School for the Arts Reflections. And these are students from across Charlottesville, Albemarle, Greene, and Nelson. This year's theme was Dreams and Nightmares. And our students were Ada Fernholt, Dagny Weber, Lily Robinson, Reagan Elliott, and Zyka Fayez. You may have seen recently on our Facebook page, Mr. Jones' agriculture students, Carson Collada, Faith Giegrit, and Wyatt Morris, they took home the Lumber Cup in a partnership with Farm Bureau and the Terman Lumber Company and earned a $500 prize for their outstanding build. We had a fantastic back-to-school carnival that was very well attended. Thanks to Ms. Brunell for organizing that, and thanks to our community partners, Hair Cuttery, Lions Club, other community partners who came out to welcome everybody back to school. We had a great new teacher boot camp the week before everyone came, and lots of new teachers joining the Greene County family. And as we've talked before, we're we have more and more teachers who haven't taken the traditional path, but they do take online coursework. And so they spend a week learning about their role. And the other day, the high school opened its doors to members of the Decades community group of the Greene County alumni who came together. They held their gathering, their reunion here for 100 years of William Monroe last fall. And they donated to put wall graphics showing pictures of William Monroe High School through the years. So they're up, 2 of them are up on the walls in the high school. So feel free to come by and take a look. They were really pleased with how they turned out. Let's see, and we have lots of upcoming events. You'll see, as school starts, so come the events. First home football game is the 28th. Fall activities will be happening throughout the month. Many have already begun. I mean, we had first golf match already. And on September 5th, all schools and offices will be closed for Labor Day. And that's all I have.
Great. Thank you very much. All right, now we're going to move on to board member comments.
Thank you. I'm going to add an event, and it's the Panorama Cup for the cross-country team.
Such a wonderful.
Yeah, it's on September 2nd. I will be back, so I will be there. The women's team is shooting to win the cup. That has never been done before by this school. And they've got a heck of a chance. So if you guys can go out there and watch them run, it'd be pretty cool. It's easy to watch. It's basically a 2-mile relay. 4 girls go and get it done. That little side bet there. So what I want to talk about, you guys always do a great job of presenting, but I wanted to take my moments here to talk about this whole thing that's happening in November, this 1% sales tax. I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but I don't know if you know the details around it. So I'm going to go through them a little bit. The big thing, I think, to start with is that's one of 4 issues that are on the ballot, one of 4 proposals. And if you're out talking to people and they're wondering about this 1% thing, try to separate it from the other 3. I don't want someone to just go in there and go no to everything, because we'd be scooped up in that no, and I don't want that. I want it to be, look at this and understand what it is. This is for capital projects, and including a new elementary school, which we think is coming around the corner. It could generate up to $3.4 million a year for our schools. So we could be building the fund. It does not, and this is important because people that say more taxes, it does not apply to groceries, essential hygiene products, or prescriptions. So people that struggle with those things will not have an increase in taxes. Okay. Revenue flows immediately. Every month, the state sends us a check for our portion of that 1%. So that's a good thing to start building into our account. What I like best about this is the 1% is generated by people not living in Greene. It's by people that spend money in Greene. So everybody traveling through Greene stops to buy gas or stops to buy groceries or something traveling through it. They pay that 1%. That amount of money is about 20% on an average. They've done some studies to say how much is that in our community. I think it might be higher on Saturdays for football games, but that's another. But the point is, it's not all Greene residents that will be supporting this. It's money coming from other people. And in my life, I've learned the best way to make money is to spend other people's money. So that's what I think this becomes, right? So it's a great thing. It will unlock state matching funds. So grants require partial funding already in place. So this will help build the base so we can get grants, right? If it doesn't pass and we need a school, that becomes property taxes and personal property tax. And I don't want any more property tax. So we need to really get out there and do it. So today I'm asking for your support, making sure you get out talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, do whatever you can do at PTA meetings, whatever. And if you need our support, and we can be at any of the meetings and talk about the issue with you, I'd be happy to do that. So this is big. This is our chance to get this 1%. It'll last for 20 years. So the money will roll for us for a while so we can take care of the schools and whatever else. Maybe we can build an indoor track. No, never mind. We won't go there. All right. So that was it.
Thank you.
1%.
It's one of you wanting to go first.
Jen, I wrote my thing. So congratulations to all the winners as always. And thank you for being here in a very busy and tiring week. We are trying to get you out of here soon. But I do want to kind of follow up on the statement that I made last time about discrimination in our schools and want to make a call to action. And this call to action is to a different group than our building leadership. So my call to action is to end discrimination and unkind behavior in our schools. If students, parents and guardians, and all staff strive to encourage and model a kind and accepting community, it would take some pressure off of our building leadership. Then they and our entire community can focus on other positive and engaging undertakings. I just cannot express enough in the few minutes that I take here how important it is that we make every student, every teacher, every family feel accepted and supported in our schools. So we all need to work to do that. It cannot just be leadership trying to do that for thousands, ultimately. So thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Roach?
Thank you all for coming out tonight. Hoping we can end this first week of school with a bang. And I know my kids were excited to get back kind of in a routine and in the swing of things. And the 1% increase, I mean, anything we can do to show the staff that we support them, I'm all for. So was happy to see that approved this evening. And then I know this is not like on the agenda or anything, but do we have any word on student rep for the board? Have applications and things been out? Right. Like, where are we at in that? I guess I was just curious as to where we were at in that process. And when would be the first day?
We're aiming for September.
Oh, September.
I saw Mr. Winkle's email.
Are there a lot of applicants?
It just opened.
Oh, it just opened. Okay, got it. I'm just curious.
Yay.
So
Excited.
I'm looking forward to another student rep.
There's somebody missing.
I know. Yeah. Looking forward to that. So that's all I have.
Thank you, definitely.
Thank you to all of the employees that kept things going over the summer. That's the work that is often unseen. I appreciate, Dr. Whitmarsh, that you mentioned it, and how it really supports us having a good, healthy transition back to school. And kudos to all the employees that were wearing smiling faces and greeting every kid as they came off the bus, or if they're a car rider. It makes a huge difference to ensure that we are embodying our values of a safe, supportive school. And kudos to all of our students over the summer that were being students, even during their break, and achieving some great things with the various competitions. That's pretty awesome. And kudos to the families that support them, having your kid go away for 4 weeks at a college campus. I mean, what an amazing opportunity. But as a mother, I'm like, ooh, he's a long time away. But I know it's for good cause. But and thank you for people coming for public comment and for sending us information. When we read it, we digest it. Appreciate it very much. And I will invite a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
And I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Did we set a record?
It might be a
40
record.
minutes?
I think it's a record, actually.